So you know the funny thing is they're gonna know now. They're gonna notice that the time has gone by and that we're really far away.
They are.
And guess what? We're not gonna do that panda story.
Listen, I'm not saying we talked about it already and that it went places that people shouldn't have went.
If you would like Crendor to release the 3 minutes of me talking about pandas and places, you should give him a like, comment.
Oh wow! It
Uh,
turns out we're in the snow, so that's something.
Wrath was a great expansion, though.
I really liked Wrath. A lot of people didn't, but I did. I like the environment of Wrath.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. I like the environment. I
Yeah.
I like Panda's cool, I guess, but I don't know. It's Panda's all new lore. Nothing wrong
Hmm.
with new lore. It's Wrath was like the era of, hey, we got all this cool lore from Warcraft 3 and we're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's all new stuff, which is, it's cool, but it's just kind of for that nostalgia stuff, kind
Well,
of.
that's the reason I'm excited for the new expansion, because they're doing a bunch of Warcraft 2 stuff. So it's like, I never played that, and I'm like, oh, I get to find out about lore that actually happened that I just never got to see. And
Isn't it like time travel stuff? Like, aren't you like traveling back to Warcraft 2 or something weird?
yeah, well, it's like you're traveling back to Outland before it was like destroyed and everything. So it's Draenor, and it's like, oh, here's Hellfire Peninsula, but everything's like a forest and happy.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, so I was like really excited about that actually, because I'm like, oh, I get to learn about all these old people like Duratan and like Kill Jaden and what's his name, Gul'dan. So it's like, oh, Gul'dan, I played him in Hearthstone. I want to hear about him. And apparently he's like this crazy warlock that everybody that's read the books and stuff like that knows about.
Yeah, man. Illidan steals his skull in Warcraft 3.
Yeah. So somebody was like, I want to. Apparently Illidan drops the skull.
Yeah,
And
I have
so
it.
someone said, I want to take his skull and then go to talk to Gul'dan and be like, look, Gul'dan, I have your skull from the future.
I still keep that item in my mage because my mage ended up just being like this roleplay character because I did all these movies, and I bought every TCG item. Like he has like the foam sword rack and all the picnic stuff and all the crazy. Like, have I ever showed you my instant party on it?
No.
One of these days. Like he has so many items that I can drop like tents and all this stuff and all these smoke flares and banners and dancing drain eyes on fire and foam swords and what's the Sylvanas charm that starts playing the Sylvanas song
Yeah.
that you get off Lich King.
That's really cool.
Silly amounts of money invested into a character I don't really play ever again. But I can do an instant party. Just drop the
Instant.
party. Yeah, instant.
Apparently they're adding like in the new expansion a thing for toys and like other stuff where it's like
Thank God.
yeah.
That's what my bag ended up being.
Yeah, so you won't. And then they're making a lot of UI improvements from what I saw. It's more like this expansion is like they're doing the Warcraft 2 lore, going back to Outland so you can be like, "Oh, it's like Outland, but it's before it got blown up." And then like just fixing a lot of stuff with the game, like UI and the race models and just all that.
So, one of the things I always find interesting about Blizzard as a whole is they do a lot of design decisions in their games that I find are really smart. And it's always really funny in some ways to watch it happen and it be like really terrible. The biggest example they've ever done in their games is the auction house in Diablo 3,
Mhm.
which when I heard about both the real life and the auction house, I thought was genius. I was like, this curbs the black
Yeah,
market.
I did
This is a
too.
great way of trading. It's so smart. But it turns out that in the game where all you care about is loot dropping, you no longer care about loot dropping. You only care about money. So
Yep.
you only care about items that will sell for a lot of money and not necessarily your own progression. And so, like, what was really funny is when they did the console release, well, they didn't bother trying to do any auction house thing because it's a console game. The console version of Diablo 3 is amazing. I bought it for my stepdad for his birthday because he was big into Diablo 2, but not doesn't have a PC anymore to really play those types of games, but he
Yeah.
has a PlayStation 3 because it was a great Blu-ray player.
Yep.
He has a PlayStation 3. He's played a couple games, but he's not a gamer, so he just has it as a Blu-ray player, and it's great.
Mhm.
But I bought him Diablo 3, and he loves it. He's like to the point where he was like 2 weeks ago we beat Inferno, and I was like, "Is whoa!" And then I realized that they had nerfed Inferno, so I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And but he's getting like legendary drops left and right. And they really just use the console version to almost test like changes for the PC version. It's kind of funny in a way.
Yeah.
But I think they did the same thing with WoW too, with talent trees.
Mhm.
They removed talent trees, which I thought was genius because talent trees were pointless.
Yeah.
It was like everybody just had the same thing. There's very little variance. Am I going the right way? To take this
Yeah,
path?
you gotta go this way.
This way. They removed talent trees, but the thing they didn't, and there was no like everyone gets upset about it, but it's whatever. Okay, talent trees in the end game of World of Warcraft had very little point.
Yeah.
In most people went the exact same thing, or you were incorrect. Like what you were doing was not clever or different or smart. You were just less efficient.
Mhm.
You know, there was a little difference in PvP stuff, but for anything PvE, it was like there's no this you're not doing anything special. You're just actually wrong. There's no reason why you should. And so it was just a trap. And so like some people thought it was like a test. And it's like, well, how is it a test? You could just go look up the answer online. It's not really a test.
Yeah.
Well, if you should be have to look it up online so you can study your character. And it's like that's just a player trap. It's just,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to look. Look, this ain't Minecraft. You shouldn't have to go look up a Wikipedia to play the damn game.
Yeah. Thoughtbot.
Yeah, not but.
But-
Whatever happened to that site, right?
Yeah. Wowhead took over it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think the biggest thing I don't like about the new talent trees is that it got rid of getting something every level. That's what I told.
Yep. That is exactly the mistake they forgot. Is that people like putting points in things for no reason.
Yeah.
They want to think that
Hold
they're
on.
progressing. So for the leveling curve, you want points to put in stuff. Like, I don't actually like. Are we lost?
No, I was looking, what are these things on the ground?
It's a trading card set, but
Pretty
it's a bunch of commons.
Oh.
The X card.
The
Not-
X.
Very, very common
We
card.
found the X factor.
It's the Hearthstone X card. What are these? Are
I
these
don't know.
box lids?
I don't know what these are.
Why is there an X on them?
I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing this.
You need to do an X-Files machinima.
I do.
Just circle, just look at the ground and like pan your camera in circles.
Or I could just make this
Make
into
it show.
super artistic film with like the tree shadows on these cards. It's like the wild consumes the X factor. Yeah. But yeah, like the talent trees, it's true. You like putting. It's like I don't even care if
Like
it's
the
1%
point stuff.
hit. I like doing that because it
Dude,
feels.
people like that in Path of Exile and it blows my mind. I look at that and I'm like, oh, this is math. Like I like doing math, but this is a lot of math. And like that's like and like Path by Exile doesn't even have respec, so it's just like they've designed a game where you're going to make a character and then you're going to get level 30 and be like, I made a huge mistake. And you start over.
Yeah. It's.
People like pointing points and stuff.
I mean, that's what it's like achievements, really. Like you get achievements, they don't mean anything, but you like getting them because it still feels like you got something.
They messed up achievements when they didn't make them account wide, and they kind of have them account wide, but they're not really account wide.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, well, you still can earn them on every character, but okay, well that's not really account wide achievements. I mean, because people are still going to look at me and be like, well, you have a lot of achievements, but they're on 5 characters. And the problem is in a game like this, where it became very alt-centric, it just, like, the second I stopped caring about achievements, the second I had to start playing another character.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care anymore. I want to care. I like doing them. They're fun. But
Yeah. But it's like, it's still, people want something, because it's like, otherwise you level up and you get nothing. And you're like, well, that was pointless. Like, you can't have a level where you don't get anything, because otherwise it's like, why even have that level?
yeah, why even have the levels? Which is why did you know what? Raise the level cap to 100 just because we're 100. if they make another expansion and they say 110, I'm gonna be like, just stop it.
Yeah.
Just if you're gonna make a new expansion, just release like 50 dungeons, and just
Yep.
that'll be the expansion. People be like, whoa, expand, and then release a class. There you go. You don't need to increase the level cap to do an expansion.
At least 4 classes.
Like, what's the even point of having a level curve anymore? Like in Pandaria, everybody levels up in like a week.
Yeah.
2 if you're really taking your time. What's the point? Like, I mean, it's kind of fun. I'm at the point where it's not really fun for me anymore to do that. It's just like, I get it.
Yeah.
Gotta go get the 8 dragon eggs. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or you could
Shop
even...
Nendo, I need you to go kill 7 Booty Bay guards. Okay, I got it.
It's like they could even take that focus on putting it in all those quests and just make like 5 really epic quest lines to level up.
Yeah.
Like that'd even be really cool and have like a really progressive story and cinematics with it and everything and just be like, wow, that was a really cool thing.
Yeah, you don't even need the level. You need to get to you can't unlock the super dungeon world until you've completed this super long quest chain.
Yeah, and then the super long quest chain can relate to the dungeon.
You gotta rescue 7 princesses. Oh, I'm flying now.
We're flying.
Oh.
But that would be, it's like you do that quest chain and it relates to the dungeon you're about to do, and so it just all ties together and you're like, wow, that was really cool.
Let's go somewhere else other than Dalaran.
Okay.
This is like we're already like this would be the pilgrimage done, so we need to go somewhere else.
Let's go Storm Peaks.
Storm Peaks, the peaks of the peaks.
Yeah.
We'll do our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ulduar.
Oh, I'm on a mount, level 1.
Level 1 on a mount. See? Like, how does this even make sense?
In your face.
It's like you don't get a mount until level 12 or
We proved that wrong. What level can you get a mount in World of Warcraft? Answer is 1.
Yep.
Myth busted.
Myth busted. You can get a mount at level 1 and you know how to ride it.
If somebody's made that series like WoW Myths, well, that's one of their answer. Like, or like WoW Facts. They made a movie WoW Facts. You need to go find that movie. Go to Wowhead. Find like the level rating question. What level can I get a mount? And just be like, 1. WoWcrendor told me so.
You know what they also have the Halloween broom mount. That mount should be like something you can get for like a permanent mount. Like it's a broom mount and it's cool. Just let people have it.
Did you ever care about WoW doing the microtransaction stuff? I've never cared.
Not really. Like as long as it's not like pay $80 and you get to like progress through a raid. And
If
get
there's no pay to win, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I would have preferred if the mounts were still like super rare drops or something, and not just like only pay.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't really care.
They still have some rare mounts.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the League of Legends type system with like skins. It's like mounts.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm kind of worried in some ways for League of Legends because I almost feel like there gets to be a point where they can't keep making more heroes and skins.
that's what I thought too. Well, I feel like they can keep making skins, but I don't know about champions. It's like you get so many. That's just how do you balance them all?
That's also a game where I don't think they can make a League of Legends 2.
Yeah.
Like if they made a League of Legends 2, it would just be like people be angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's still like pretty new. Like it's not like it's super old or anything. Like it's 3 years old.
It's 3 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they're like making a lot of improvements to it still, or changing stuff.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that. They do a nice mix. Where are you, by the way? Oh, you're way ahead of me.
I am.
We just have a mount. Do we just have a mount forever? I don't like. When does the mount go away for us?
It's when you get out of a zone with flying, because you need to fly in this zone. Or like when you res or whatever.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's like ghost mount.
Da, da, da. What happens if we zone in?
I don't know.
Oh god, this is gonna take us back to Mulgore, isn't it?
It probably will.
All right, I'm risking it. Risking it for the biscuit. Corpse is not in that instance. Okay. That solves that question.
Maybe. Oh, wait, that was just Halls of Lightning. Maybe we should zone into Ulduar, and it'll end the video.
This is the last one, though. We're done. Pilgrimage is over, right? We made it.
Yeah, we made it. This is where we wanted to go after.
This feels like a really different pilgrimage than our last one. Here, let's just land up here.
This was like.
It was like an informative discussion. We didn't really goof off like the last one.
Well, it
know.
needed to be different.
Did it? Did it really need to be different?
No.
Could have just told jokes for 2 hours.
We could have.
Instead, we were like talking serious YouTube stuff. I don't know. Some people like it.
Yeah. And some people, the people that don't like it, will still listen to it for like background noise.
I get a lot of questions. I know you get a lot of questions about just YouTube and life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really, we talked about that. We talked about video games. Everybody likes video games. And who knows, maybe next time, now that we talked about all the serious stuff, we'll just be like, what's your opinion on pizza in Nepal?
Next year, we'll make sure to talk about nothing important.
Exactly.
It'll be even less quality content.
It will. It'll be low quality non-content.
Well, this was fun. My name's Rob.
Hey, Rob.
To Minecraft and Pokemon. Put a link. You put a link in your video.
I guess.
You put a link. You put a link. This is stuff I do.
I'll put a link.
And if he doesn't put a link, you give him a dislike, and then you give him a like. So you like do a Julius Caesar, where you first click the dislike button with your thumb down, and then you're like, just kidding, WoWcrendor.
That needs to be a thing. The Julius Caesar.
That's what people should do. Every time a WoWcrendor, like a big video comes out, like a machinima, you should just the very first time you watch it, dislike it, and then the next time you watch it, go, oh, I disliked it. That's right, I got a Julius Caesar, and then like it.
I'll just say.
And then YouTube will just be looking at his video and be like, this doesn't make any sense. He gets 10,000 dislikes, but then the very next day, those 10,000 dislikes become likes. What is this trend? Why do these people do this?
This every annotation's just like, give it the Julius Caesar.
Oh, I need to start doing that.
And then the people come back to watch the next day to do that.
And then you get twice the likes.
Yeah, and twice the views.
Genius.
That is genius.
Please Julius Caesar this video. Just
dislike
it.
System.
Dislike it, and then hopefully you will remember to come back the next day and like it. And if you don't, well, whatever. It'll have a lot of dislikes.
Still be high up in the rankings.
For people who search for things.
Yeah. Well, grand old time.
Well, it was fun. Next year.
Next year, we're right into this portal.
We'll see you, boys and girls. It's been fun. It was fun talking about internet things with you.
It was. There we go. See you. I'm gonna keep it running for so the portal didn't actually port us, but I'm just gonna end the video anyway because it's the end of the video.